My guest is MARINA KRAKOVSKY, journalist and author. Her latest book is The Middleman Economy: How Brokers, Agents, Dealers, and Everyday Matchmakers Create Value and Profit. It's a short book, but it's one that's rich in applied economics and ideas and relevance for today's world of commerce. And it's our topic for today. MARINA, welcome to Econ Talk.
Thank you, Russ.
Your introduction is titled, it's got a great title, No One Likes a Middleman, but Most of Us Are Middlemen. Let's look at both parts of that sentence. Why do you write No One Likes a Middleman?
Well, this is a big theme in my book, is that people have long been suspicious of middlemen. People tend to think, and this is true across cultures as far as I can see and across time, to think of middlemen as parasites, as people who aren't actually producing anything. They're not creating any value. They're just sort of living off the efforts of others. And, of course, a big part of my book is to challenge that view.
Is it true?
Well, it can be true. It is true in some cases, or we think that it's true, to some extent. But more often than not, middlemen would not stay in business if they didn't genuinely provide value.
Yeah, I think that observation, which in what your book does extremely well, is tell us what that value is. It's not obvious sometimes. People thought the internet was going to kill off intermediaries, and of course, it created through technology a whole bunch of intermediaries that we've talked about, some of them, Kayak or Uber or OpenTable. These are intermediaries where there are people providing a skill, and yet there's still plenty of cases where middlemen are actually human beings providing a skill, like the wedding planner we talked about and many others. Where do you think it's going? And what advice would you give to somebody who's worried about technology taking away their job? They're, the travel agent of the past, but a lot of them did lose their jobs. And I assume there are other jobs that are at risk right now because of technology and the ability to provide these services cheaper through and of close enough value that human intermediaries, human middlemen will be obsolete in certain areas. What are your thoughts on where that might be going and what advice you might give?
Yeah, I think middlemen are becoming more important, as I hope I've made clear. I think the travel agent example is a good one. We have fewer travel agents. The ones who no longer provide value, the mere order takers, are the ones that have largely fallen by the wayside, or if they exist at all, they're making close to minimum wage. The ones that are succeeding are ones who figured out what value they can still create in this day and age of abundant information. And in the case of a travel agent, it's a question of becoming an expert and being able to make sense of this glut of information that is out there. But there's certainly people who can be a certifier and use their expertise that way, who can commit to being in the business for the long term and thereby also be an enforcer, and all these other roles that I've talked about. So I think what the future holds, in both in terms of human competition and competition from machines, is to continually think about what you're doing to provide value and what you need to be charging that customers will be willing to pay as a fraction of the value that you're providing.
That was MARINA KRAKOVSKY speaking at Econ Talk, talking about her book, The Middleman Economy. In his book, The Road Ahead, Microsoft founder Bill Gates writes about the disruption of the internet and its impact on business. He says, "Here at the start of the 21st century, a basic new rule of business is that internet changes everything. Internet technologies are altering the way every company, even a small one, deals with its employees, partners, and suppliers." We heard a similar message from Lawrence Wong, Minister for National Development, at both ERA and PropNext conferences last year. He said at the PropNext Quarterly Conference on 24 August 2016, and I quote, "For the real estate agency industry, we should recognize that there are challenges, and we should work together to see how best we can respond to these new trends. Because they are challenges, but also an opportunity for all of us, for the real estate agencies and salespersons. It's an opportunity to think about how to enhance your business model, enhance your processes to remain competitive and serve your customers better. It's an opportunity to think about how you can add value to your clients by providing more customized information and services relevant to individual preferences and situations, unquote. Back to Bill Gates. If you're a middleman, the internet's promise of cheaper prices and faster service can end your role of assisting the contact between the producer and the customer. If this is happening to you, one option is to use the internet and mobile applications to get back into the action. So how do real estate professionals get back into the action? The definition of a middleman is that person in a network that connects other nodes to increase the value of the network. According to MARINA KRAKOVSKY in her book, The Middleman Economy, there are 6 ways for middlemen to add value. 1. Bridge. 2. The certifier. 3. Enforcer. 4. Risk bearer. 5. Concierge. And 6. Insulator. In order to understand how we can play one or all of these roles, it's important to identify our client's needs. What does every buyer need? 1. Right buyer agent. 2. Right pre-approved loan. 3. Right listing search and shortlist. 4. Right home viewing schedule. 5. Right home inspection. 6. Right home. 7. Right valuation. 8. Right offer. 9. Right price. 10. Right loan. 11. Right insurance. 12. Right close. 13. Right property maintenance services. And 14. Right seller agent. What does every renter need? 1. Right rental agent. 2. Right search and shortlist. 3. Right home viewing schedule. 4. Right home inspection. 5. Right home. 6. Right valuation. 7. Right offer. 8. Right price. 9. Right documentation. 10. Right insurance. 11. Right property maintenance services. And 12. Right buyer agent. What does every seller need? 1. Right seller agent. 2. Right valuation. 3. Right X listing price. 4. Right V360 virtual tour. 5. Right marketing plan. 6. Right home viewing schedule. 7. Right pre-qualified buyer. 8. Right home viewing. 9. Right buyer and right loan. 10. Right offer. 11. Right price. 12. Right closing. And 13. Right buyer agent. What do landlords need? 1. Right rental agent. 2. Right valuation. 3. Right X listing price. 4. Right V360 virtual tour. 5. Right marketing plan. 6. Right pre-qualified renter. 7. Right home viewing. 8. Right offer. 9. Right price. 10. Right closing. 11. Right property maintenance services. 12. Right rental agent. The bridge increases value by reducing physical, time, or knowledge distance. For example, in Mortgage Connect, a real estate agent can do a mortgage needs analysis for a client and secure for them a pre-approved loan before the buyer client starts looking for a home. Now the buyer client can look for a home confident in his financing and knowing that he is getting the fastest processing and best interest rates in town. Meanwhile, the seller knows that the buyer can afford the home when the offer is made and the deal gets done. It's done faster. Using Mortgage Connect, the real estate agent can convert the pre-approved loan to a full loan in a matter of minutes. The certifier middleman reduces quality uncertainty by reassuring the buyer of the seller's quality. Over time, the buyer builds up trust, which is a great position for a real estate agent to be in. In this case, you can see the quality that the PropNext agent is bringing to her seller client. V360 technology, a unique selling proposition. An X listing price that is computer and valuer backed. It's a price buyer and seller can trust and work with their agents to negotiate the right price. A marketing plan that includes both old technology like classifieds and new technology like quality listings on srx.com.sg. A quality listing that has a V360, X-listing price, and SD classifieds brings tremendous value to both the client and the middleman. The value of quality listings include 1. It pre-qualifies buyers, 2. Reduces days on the market, and 3. It showcases agent services. The quality listing itself shows buyers, sellers, and renters what the real estate agent can do for the client. The enforcer keeps all parties accountable. For example, if the assigned banker does not meet his SLA of 48 hours for completing a loan application, then you, as the real estate agent and middleman, can intervene on behalf of your buyer to get the loan finalized. The same is true for other service providers like valuers, insurers, and V360 production team. The risk bearer reduces market risk and uncertainty. It's easy for real estate agents to reduce risk. V360 reduces risk by documenting the property during a valuation or prior to receiving keys to a new property, like a built-to-order or a rental home. SRX Valuations Field app reduces days on the market risk by helping the seller and his agent list the property at a very reasonable market price. SRX Valuation reduces risk by helping the buyer and his agent make a fair offer and negotiate the right price. Home inspection reduces buyer and renter risk by documenting the condition of a home. Helping your buyer and rental clients choose the right insurance helps them protect their families and homes. The concierge helps clients make quality decisions in the face of information overload. She's able to save her client time and money by guiding them through the process and providing quality sources. As we know from the needs of real estate clients, this is the main function of a real estate agent, guiding buyers, sellers, renters, investors, and landlords safely through real estate deals. But in addition to providing professional advice and information, we, as concierge middlemen, can also make their lives easier with simple things like scheduling home viewings. It's very hard for the client to advocate on his or her own behalf. The insulator is a middleman who provides mediation and negotiations in order to find the right solution to a deal. This type of real estate agent is usually a great negotiator who can help both the buyer and the seller arrive at the right price. In her book, The Middleman Economy, MARINA KRAKOVSKY identifies 4 types of middleman behavior. The middleman in the lower left-hand quadrant is a parasite who is bad at what he or she does and is not on the consumer's side. The middleman in the lower right-hand quadrant are predators. They are competent and good at what they do, but are not on the consumer's side. They evoke anger and resentment from clients and the industry. Middlemen in the upper left-hand quadrant are called pets. They are on the consumer side but are not very good at what they do. Pets mean well and consumers feel sorry for them, causing some consumers to do business with them out of pity. Good try, but they'll lose out to partner middlemen. The upper right-hand quadrant of this graphic is the golden quadrant. Partner middlemen are on the consumer side and do their work well. They create value and win-win for all parties. Only partner middlemen will succeed in the digital age, as described by Bill Gates. Technology is not replacing the middleman, but it is forcing all middlemen to add value and to become partners to their clients. In Singapore, real estate professionals are quickly discovering the value of information and technology to serve their clients as partners. In the process, real estate agents and SRX Property Technology are providing a win-win-win-win for consumers, suppliers, regulators, and professionals.